Hi, I'm Kyle PennyPrepper. Welcome back to PennyPrepper. Today's video is going to be different. I'm going to be trying to do more of a rapid fire technique and also get this done in one take. So let's get started. We're going to be going over prepper terms for beginners, starting off with SHTF. It's stuff hitting the fan. That is essentially the worst case scenario where you prepare for whatever could happen to you. BOB, Bob, it's a bug out bag. It's a bag that you choose to have packed and ready to evacuate at a moment's notice. Typically, you want to have at least 72 hours worth of supplies in there so you can quickly leave at a moment's notice. And you're either trying to get somewhere that has more supplies or eventually come back. Compared to the inch bag, which is I'm never coming home, that is a more robust bag and it is designed that you can leave and unfortunately you're never coming back, so it has all the supplies you need. We have bugging in and bugging out. Bugging in means you're staying at your homestead where you have all your supplies versus bugging out, which is a worst case scenario where you have to leave. You can always come back, hopefully, but again, it might not be a possibility. Also, BOV stands for bug out vehicle. That could either be your car, motorcycle, golf cart, whatever you have to get you evacuated. We also have EDC, stands for everyday carry. That's big with the 2A community. If you have a firearm, pocket knife, flashlight, wallet, and cell phone, that could be considered everyday carry. MRE and FR, field ration, and meal ready to eat. Typically, that's more referencing military meals, but you can buy them as civilians, and you also can get civilian versions. Let's see, Berkey, Sawyer, and Life Straw. So they're all water filters, name brands. Berkey is more of a home station that you have. You can sit on a counter, filter out water, whereas Life Straw, Sawyer, those are something that you can throw in a backpack and filter water on the go. We have Mylar bags. That was something I had never heard of before getting into prepping. It is it looks metallic, but it's essentially a bag that light can't really get through too easily, and you use it to store food. I have 5-gallon ones that I put in 5-gallon buckets to store food, so then I can stack them, stuff like that, and keep pests out. But if you throw an oxygen absorber in there as well, it will typically keep food safe for an indefinite amount of time, 25, maybe 30 years, depending on the food. Rule of threes, I covered that in another video. It's that you can survive 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter. It's going to be 3 days without water and 3 weeks without food. Those are some surprising facts I never knew until I started prepping. We also have the Golden Horde, or also called zombies. Not the zombies you typically think of. This is more of a term suggesting people who were unprepared for a disaster. The disaster occurs, they don't have anything, and they come out looking for your preps. So that's essentially, that's one of the biggest things that you have to worry about being a prepper. You try not to let other people know about your preps because they might try to take it. We also have something called sheeple. I'm sure you've heard that in the mainstream media. That's essentially people who follow things blindly. Also, we have a term werewolf that I wasn't aware of until I got into prepping, which is more where somebody prepares to be, or they pretend to be prepared, and then they use that to get in closer to you and try to take your stuff. We also have first in, first out, first in, last out, so FIFO and FILO. Those are more food storage terms. So essentially, if you have 10 cans of food and you buy one a month, the one that you buy in January should be at the front, whereas the one you buy in June, and it's currently July, you would want to be at the back. So you grab the one from January, you eat that first, and then as the cans come up, you get the ones that were bought sooner rather than later. The later cans you eat first, so you don't do the opposite where you have a can that's expired and that's the last one you grab and you open it up and it's a whole bunch of mold. We also have some terms for the radio service. We have CB, ham, there's a whole bunch of terms for radio stuff. I'm not going to get into that today, but the two that you need to really know about are CB, which is the civilian band, versus ham, which is amateur radio. CB you don't need a license for, whereas ham you do. And there's a whole lot of, that's a video for another day. Kept it relatively close to 5 minutes, so if there's anything you wish I would have put in, please comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know. Stay safe, stay tuned, and see you next time.